Hi guys, so power ranking after week 16. A lot of change, but not in the top 10. The bottom 10, the bottom uh, 5 really changed. The Jets are not there anymore. There's teams that are not there anymore. The Bucks are not on this list, even with a win. So let's get into it. Well, a team that's almost not on this list is the Titans. The Titans are still alive in the playoff, but barely. They're 0-5 last 5 games. They're 7-8. They're second in their division. They lost 5 in a row. That really hurts them. And yeah, so another team, number 2, honorable mention, Seattle. 1-4, 7-8 last 5 games. Last 5 games, sorry. They're 1-4. They're 7-8, and they lost 3 in a row. Both teams were leading their division, and both teams got out of their division. So that's really bad. Another team that is struggling, the Patriots. They're 1-4 last 5 games. They are 7-8, fighting for the last playoff spot, but it doesn't look like they're going to get it. They lost 2 in a row. So we'll see if they do this week, but not playing very good. A team that's playing very good, the Steelers. They're 4-1 last 5 games. They won 2 in a row. They're 7-8. They're fighting for that last playoff spot, and they're playing very good. So maybe the Steelers could just slip in. We never know. Number 14, another team that could slip in, the Green Bay Packers. They won 3 in a row. They're 4-1 in the last 5 games. They're 7-8. So a lot of teams are 7-8, but they won 3 in a row. So they can slip in. We'll see. New York Giants is a team that could slip down. They're 8-6-1. That tie also not helping them. And also not on this list is Washington Commanders that are last in the last playoff spot, and they're not on here because they've been losing a lot. And I think teams are better than them. So the Giants are 1-3-1 in the last 5 games. They're 8-6-1. Not really playing good football. They might be another team that slips down and lose a playoff spot. Number 12, Lions. They lost this week. If they would have won, that would have changed a lot of things, but they lost. So they're 7-8. They're 3-2 in the last 5 games. They're still alive, but that game they lost hurt a lot. We'll see if they can actually bounce back. There's 2 games left. We'll see. Number 11, the Jaguars. They are 7-8. They won 3 in a row. They're 4-1 last 5 games. They are number 1 in that division now. With a win this week, they win this division maybe. Yeah, they win this division. So they need a win and they get the division. We'll see if they could do that. But right now they're not a playoff team, but they look like it. Number 10, Dolphins. Another team that's slipping away. They lost 4 in a row. They're 8-7. And they're 1-4 in the last 5 games. They're not playing good, and they don't have Tua maybe the next 2 games, and that might get them to not go in the playoff, and that's gonna hurt the Dolphins because they were one of the top team, and now they're pretty much out. So we'll see how it goes. Number 9, Ravens. They're 10-5. They're 3-2 in the last 5 games. They're still alive in their division, but barely. I think they can't win that division, but we'll see. But I think they're in a playoff spot for sure. So not a lot of teams move here. So number 8, Chargers. They're 9-6. They're 4-1 in the last 5 games. They won 3 in a row, and they're playing good. And now they clinched a playoff spot, and we'll see if they could be very strong in the playoff, because it's the first time Justin Herbert is in the playoff, and it's going to be cool to see. Number 7, the Vikings. The Vikings are a record of 12-3. They won 2 in a row. They're 4-1 last 5 games. They're playing good football. We'll see this week they play against the Packers. If they could actually eliminate the Packers from the playoff, and that'd be cool for Minnesota actually. But we'll see if they could do it. And yeah, so Number 6, the Cowboys. It was really hard to get the Cowboys up because there's team above them that are playing way better football. They're 11-4. They're 4-1 last 5 games. They won a big game against the Eagles this week. I couldn't get them past the Eagles because the Eagles were number 1 that last week. So I couldn't get Cowboys to be number 1. Doesn't make any sense. But they're playing good football all around. And there's 2 more games left. And we'll see where they end up in the playoff. It looks like they're going to play the Bucks. But it could be the Panthers. But we'll see. Number 5, 49ers. 49ers is the scariest team to go in the playoff, I believe. They're 11-4. They're 5-0 in the last 5 games. They won 8 in a row. And they're really hot right now. We'll see how Brock Purdy does in the playoff. Hopefully he does well. He's doing well right now. But we'll see. But the team's pretty much legit really hard to beat. Number 4, another team really hard to beat, is the Bengals. They're 11-4. They're 5-0 in the last 5 games. They won 7 in a row. And there's still a shot to win that bye. But they need to win both their games, and teams above them need to lose. But they're playing good, and they're going to be very, very dangerous in the playoff with Joe Burrows. Number 3, Eagles. They lost a game this week against the Cowboys. That's why they went down the 1-3. They're 4-1 in the last 5 games. They're 13-2, but they lost that game and it hurt. And we don't know when Jalen Hurts comes back, and that's gonna hurt them. But at least they get a bye, maybe another week to get them to recover. But we'll see how that goes. Number 2, Bills, 12-3. They're 5-0 in the last 5 games, and they won 6 in a row. This week they play against the Bengals, a really big game, and we'll see how that goes. But it's a huge game. We'll see how Josh Allen's been doing. So yeah, so number 1 is the Chiefs. They're 12-3. They're 4-1 last 5 games. They won 3 in a row. They look like the best team in the AFC, but there's a lot of AFC good teams. Looks like they're going to be a very strong playoff team. Mahomes like an MVP favorite for sure. And yeah, so let me know in the comments below what you guys felt about this. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. See you guys.